Alright guys, Justin again with another work in progress video for the Blue Frame Master Grade second, or the Master Grade Blue Frame second revise. Got a little tongue tied there. As you can see, I've done a little bit of painting, a little bit of snapping, and I just wanted to show you guys where I'm at. So let's get into this. As I've said before, this is part of a build-off with my friend Dan. I'm building the blue frame, he's building the red. Every time. Anyway, this is my almost completed inner frame. I'm still working on some blue pieces, as you can see. But it's standing. It's got the one pre-shaded armored up leg on it. So this little section here is actually completed. So we got one leg, outer armor, and decals. This leg is finished. So the other leg will look very similar, not the same, but very similar. Here's the back piece. Some of the more or the darker metallic colors that go around the kit. These are for the waist. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Oh yeah, there's another thing. I was watching some of my buddy Jim's videos, and another big inspiration there is, well, I've seen a lot of people do it. I think it's D-Zip. He did this on his Master Grade RX-78-2 Verka, and it came out very good, so I went ahead and I chromed and clear greened and flat blacked my eyes, so those look awesome. The only reason normally I just go with the clears. I just clear over the transparent parts. Ugh, can't talk today. But where I went with the metallic theme on this kit, I figured I would take as many of the clear parts as I could, and just go ahead and go over them, and you know, have as much detail pop out as possible. So I went ahead and painted the eyes on this. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. I guess give me a second. I'll get set up and you guys can watch me do a little bit of painting, I guess.
Not too much to show off because they're black.
Alright, we're going to freehand the camera for this next bit. Show off some of the pieces that have been painted. Nice. The goal here was to get a nice glossy surface. I think that has been achieved. So the remainder, with the exception of a small couple pieces of the remaining blue pieces, are finished. This is pretty much everything. I'm gonna have to hit some of these with like a second coat, so you can see like in the cracks here. If I can get this to focus. Ooh. You can. I mean, it's glossy. It's just, I gotta hit it with a second coat to get the smaller areas that weren't touched by the paint already. And there's a couple spots on a few pieces, but for the most part everything is covered and everything is complete. So I can go ahead and lay the candy clear or the candy silver base on it, and then hit it with some blue. So I guess I'll do that next once this is finished drying and I get the remainder of the black down. Alright, next we're going to do one of my favorite pointless tasks, and that is painting these little ridiculous miniatures. Most people would just tackle this straight up with an airbrush and then some tiny brushes, but I'm going to mix things up a little bit. First thing I like to do is I like to take one of these Real Touch markers. I've found a million different uses for these things and I love them to death. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the brush end, which is your bigger end here, and I'm just going to go over the entire figure and sort of give it a wash. This will kind of highlight all the details and bring out everything that needs to be brought out, I guess. And I typically do this with gray instead of black, just because I think black's a little too dark. The gray, when you wipe it away, it leaves a little more subtle, well, at least I think, a more subtle trail, I guess. I don't know. So that's that. Have a clip up here, do I? Nope. Guess I'm just going in. Unless I have some tweezers. Yes, I do. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I didn't get any of that on camera. But let's set this down. And you can see what I've done. I'm sure you won't see it very well because of how small it is, but there we go. We have two of the miniatures. I can't remember the pilot's name, to be honest. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with a Q-tip and I'm just going to try to clean up a lot of this nonsense that I've done, and hopefully it'll just leave behind some subtle stuff in the panels, if you will. So, alright, he cleaned up quite nicely, I think. Not too shabby. Let's see if I can get him in frame. Oh, nope, nope, it's not looking that way, but you can kind of see him. So there you go. Very nicely done, I think, given the amount of work I've put into him. And then same thing for the standing counterpart. Normally I don't paint this one at all. But this is an awesome project. I'm kind of going all out, so I figure I'll paint this guy too. Why not? Alright, so now that that half is done, I'm still not done with the Gundam markers. I will go ahead and from this point I will take the brown Real Touch marker, and this is where I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to hit any exposed flesh. So the face, the arms, there we go, and oh. And there we go. Okay, so much like before, a very similar rule applies here. Take your Q-tip and wipe away the excess. This time, don't wipe as much away. I think part of the beauty here is this kind of, it'll kind of stain, I guess, the plastic a little bit. And it kind of gives the effect that you've painted the skin tone on. So I don't think this is going to show up on camera super well, but this is the way that I do it. Let's try and get in here and zoom in again. Oh. So there we go. You can kind of see, it a little bit. I don't think it's going to focus anymore. If anything, it's just going to unfocus. But yeah, so there's that. Now, I guess if I wanted to, I could go back and I could try and get a better flesh tone out of this. And I guess the way that I would do that would be to either paint it like I should have done in the first place, or my alternate method, like I like to do. If I really, really wanted to, which I'm not going to, I could go back and hit it with this yellow marker, and that might even things out a little bit. But I'm happy with where I'm at right now, so I'm going to leave it. Next up, I have my color guide. As you can see here, the figure has easily twice as many colors as the actual mobile suit. That's a little bit crazy. And there's no real starting point for me. I just kind of start where I feel like starting and finish where I feel like finishing. So this guy seems to have a pretty decent amount of brown on him. So I guess I'll go ahead and start with the brown. Take this small brush. I'm just going to dip that in there. Lose some of the excess and just go ahead and brush this on here. Next would be his shoulders. Hit those with that same round. I probably could have just done this with the real touch markers as well. Every time. I never escape it. Ugh, if you roll over. Get over there. Alright, so there's the standing pilot with all the browns painted. So, next we're gonna go ahead and look on my thinners evaporating. Awesome. Clean and dry my brush. I guess next I'll do green. So. I don't think that stirred very well. Or mixed very well, I should say. Let's try this again. That's a little better. Alright. And there are his completed pants. Alright, so there's that. get in there. You can hopefully you'll be able to see that pretty good. I know that this camera doesn't like to focus on things that I want it to focus on. There we go, it's pretty good. So, last thing left are some small yellow bits. For those, I'm going to go ahead and use a toothpick. And his glasses, which are orange. So. Alright, there's not very much in the way of yellow on this guy. It's just some very, very small details. And finally, the glasses are orange. Let's go ahead and slap that on there. Try and get this on a brush. There we go. And our little pilot figure is complete. Put him on this. Maybe I can zoom in and you can see. Let's take this off the tripod. Let's go ahead and see if I can. Yeah, there we go. So that's my pilot figure. Now I gotta finish the other one. But that's all I got for this. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Alright guys, I guess that's it for this work in progress. You know, you guys can see where I'm at on this build. You can see the little pilot figures that I painted. So you guys, I guess, got a little bit of insight on how I do that. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off here in a minute. I'm gonna finish painting up these blue pieces. Get those ready for the next video and the next update. Yeah, I mean that's about it. I just wanted to, you know, thank you guys again for everything, for watching all my videos. I want you guys to go ahead and check my blog out if you haven't already. I'm still running a contest, so if you haven't signed up for that, there's a video titled 100 subscribers plus contest entry or contest announcement. You guys can sign up for the contest there. You guys have until the 10th of May to sign up, so you know, you guys should definitely check that out. I'm gonna have some really cool prizes and stuff like that. And you guys should also check out Dan's blog. As I said, this is part of a build-off. Dan's building the red frame, and I think his is coming along fantastically. He's throwing in some incredible details that I wouldn't have even thought to do. So you guys should definitely check his stuff out. And I'll put a link to his blog down below so you guys can see. So at the very least, you guys should check him out because you know, you guys can see my stuff here. You know, I don't think you guys really necessarily want to see it twice. So please go check him out. He's a fantastic Gunpla builder. Very clean work. So Alright, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.